Hi, this is Mark Pizzacella and welcome to 3 Minutes with Mark. Look, what I want to talk about today is what's going on with COVID and what's going on at the coalface. There's a number of critical decisions that business owners are making. Now, some businesses are doing it okay, those in transport, logistics, groceries, etc. But a number of businesses are struggling, in particular those in hospitality, those in tourism, and there's a supply chain that is deep and long relevant to those industries as well. So what are they doing? There's a decision matrix that they're facing at the moment, which is, do I keep trading and put further personal assets on the line, or do I cease trading? Self-preservation, cut the losses. These are the things that are going through a number of business owners' minds at the moment. Now, the package given by the government, the wage subsidy package, otherwise known as the JobKeeper package, is a game changer. It's really important. It provides a lifeline. Some have described it as like a life-saving blood transfusion, and I guess I can see the relevance in that. Importantly, it also applies to sole traders. It applies to people and businesses, I should say, that don't have employees, which previous measures didn't necessarily take into account. So now we've captured those particular people, which is important. It's the $1,500 a fortnight package, more than the usual job seeker allowance, and that's important. And importantly, it keeps employees connected to businesses. Now, business owners, I've got to say, those that I've spoken to have really led the way. I've seen business owners take salary cuts and distribution cuts of anywhere from 50% right up to 90%. So they are taking this seriously in order to stay in business and their survival. Similarly, though, they're also asking employees to also pitch in and do what they can. Now, I'm not an employment lawyer, so please don't take this as employment advice, but I can only go by things that I'm seeing and lawyers that I speak to in the industry. Basically, employers are having negotiations with employees around all sorts of different things, including reduction in salary of a certain percentage, reduction in hours, paying out annual leave early, leave without pay. These are the sorts of things that are going on at the moment. Again, retrenchments, I should say. I'm seeing that as a last resort, and business owners are doing all they can to save their businesses, particularly those in strife, as I indicated earlier, and to do what they can for their employees, which is terrific to see. They're having discussions with banks. Banks are critical in this equation. Now, we all know that they're offering loan deferral schemes of up to 6 months, and that's recently, this week, been expanded to cover some extra 30,000 businesses. I think that's critical. It's going to cover those commercial landlords, particularly those landlords in relation to shopping centres, pubs, clubs, etc., as long as they agree to not terminate leases and to not evict tenants. Now, that just makes sense. And also, sure, they can do that if they like. And, most tenants that I've spoken to have had pretty reasonable landlords. There's been a few that has come to my attention that have not come to the party. But what is it that they're going to do if they evict their tenant in this current economic environment? They're just not going to find another tenant. It makes no business sense. So I think tenants and landlords, they just need to have a grown-up discussion around what to do, whether there's a rent deferral period offered, whether there's a rent-free period offered. I've seen those being offered to tenants. And it's really one party helping the other. It's going to be a long journey. Landlords need to be commercial about what it is that they're doing, and they need to really think about their releasing prospects. ATO initiatives, I won't discuss them today, but certainly there's a lot of initiatives out there. Again, more in terms of the stimulus packages and initiatives that I won't go through, but they all need to be considered in the context of your business. And what's become clear is that cash flow modelling is critical. The only way to be able to make informed business decisions is to have an appropriate cash flow model. I'm not sure as to why it's taken a pandemic for people to realise this, but it is critical. Look, everyone's going to be impacted. Everyone is impacted in one way or another. Please keep safe. Please keep your distance, and we'll get through this together. Thanks for tuning in.